Okay, so I did update the Amazon AutoSourcer. This is version 1.3. The main difference is that it is better at finding sources, better at finding matching sources of products because it uses more search engines, and it also removes some bad links that used to appear before. There will still be some bad links that show up sometimes, but there should be less than before. And you should be able to more easily find some matches. Here are some different matches that I found of these random mainstays products. Okay, so I can show you some of the matches that I found up here at the top. And I can scroll through, and I mean, there are more matches as well down below. But just to give you an idea, I'll just open up a few of those. All right, so it is finding sources of these products. Now I went ahead and and this picture is just not loading yet. I went ahead and brought in a CSV ahead of time for this video so that I could just focus on the update. So the main primary update here is actually this targeted search. And so the way this works is that you will actually turn it on, and then you go to target suppliers and you type in the name of a supplier or more than one supplier where you want your sources to come from. And what will happen is that when it does the search back here on the sourcing sheet, it will try to pull up links from those suppliers mainly. So right now I had it on Walmart, which is why all these links are showing up as Walmart links, because I had the target supplier search on and I had it set to Walmart. Let me actually clear it so you can just see how that works. So for instance, I mean, now these are mainstays products, so they do come from Walmart. So I mean, it would make sense to target Walmart, and that really is the idea here, that if you have a supplier and you know they sell a certain brand, then you can kind of target that supplier and that brand by going to Amazon, searching that brand, as I did here, the mainstays brand. And this is mainstays brand is just an example for this video. It's just a simple example everyone knows, but whatever your brand is, you can search it, pull up the products, and then you know the supplier for that brand. Then when you come to the AutoSourcer, you can just put in that supplier or that group of suppliers as your target suppliers. That way, when you do the search, you're more likely to get sources of those suppliers. So the system works the same as it did before. Nothing has really changed in terms of what the buttons do and the process of getting the data in and prices and all that. All of that is still the same. The only major difference here is this targeted search option and the fact that it does do a better job at finding sources than it did before. And so if you don't already have a copy of it, go ahead and get a copy of the system and try it out for yourself. Remember that you can also stalk stores, someone's Amazon store as well. I did a search in this case, but don't forget that you can stalk a store. The other thing is that I want you to remember that there's something called a columns map. And so if you try to copy data from the CSV and it doesn't come out, it's probably because of the columns map. Sometimes these maps change. For instance, the search just changed the title. All right, and I cannot be there, of course, on your Google Sheet to change it every time it changes. So you need to understand how to come here to see that these are the titles and that this title has changed. Right, the column heading for the titles has changed, so you will have to copy that and you will update it on the columns map under titles for the Amazon search. And that is what I just did. So that is something that you should do. I want you to keep in mind. And if you already have a copy of the system, you should receive an updated copy. But if you don't, you can always email me and let me know the email that you used to get the first copy, and I can send you the updated version. This is version 1.3. So 1.2 was with SKU-Grid. This is still with SKU-Grid, but now it's also with the targeted search and better matching capability with more search engines in the background. So make sure you get this most updated copy. Let me know how it works out for you. Comments, questions, and suggestions can be left below, or you can contact me directly as usual. I'm Mr. Mark, Excel for Amazon or Amazon Dropshipping, and I look forward to hearing from you or seeing you around on the channel.